What's up, guys? Colton All in Lawn Equipment, Newton, North Carolina. Just to do a quick recap on the year. I'll try not to get long-winded. But first things first, shout out to the brother upstairs. He really put on for the team. I told him whenever I started chasing, trying to get this done, I was just like, look, dude, give me the opportunity to make this work, and I'll scream your name every step of the way and just give me the opportunity to provide for myself and for my family and for my employees and provide that consistent and stable employment for my employees because that's the whole name of the game in my opinion. So take care of the people that are taking care of you, and the team that we got is great. Kendall has come a long way. She's learned a whole lot. um, I knew that she would catch on quick. That initial learning curve was tough, and we're still in that learning curve, but we've overcome that first real hurdle. So everything else should be a lot easier from now on. Bill, our tech, is just freaking Tasmanian devil back there, dude. The man is dialed in. He's a very hard worker and he's very smart. So we're blessed um, to have such a good team. Um, and this is kind of cool. Like I didn't really think that we'd be doing this year, but like see that I wrote that there a while ago. So like I don't know if we'll hit a million this year in shipments, but I think we can. Like when we initially opened up, like truly and had equipment to sell, um, April 17th, I believe. I was like, all right, if I can sell 15 mowers in 60 days, that's a good start. Like that's the goal. Um, I think we sold 15 mowers in 25 days or something. And then just, kept on like moving the needle, because in sales, you got to move the needle. So, or you got to move the goalpost once you hit it. It's like, oh, well, we did that. So what's the goal now? So, we had a really good year. We did over $1 million in shipments. We did. I had to unplug that to show you my little sticker, which is really cool. Like we did that this year. So our new goal next year is 1.5 million in shipments. Um, we did 1 million and some change in shipments, and we did $846,831 in settlements, which I miscounted on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. It was actually 93 mowers that we settled for and registered, which is like ridiculous and unbelievable because like I remember we signed the lease April 1st, and then we got mowers like the 17th or the 19th, and we settled for 93 mowers in essentially what is 4.5 months. Um, and I'm not gonna sit here and like act like I did it all by myself. There was a lot of variables that lined up um essentially perfectly for me. And all I really had to do is just have the nuts to jump off the pier and not drown. And I did. So, with a dealer going out and me replacing, me working for the manufacturer, um, this being my hometown, having an established online presence at that point in time of opening of over 45,000 followers. Now it's probably like 60 plus thousand. And the location where we're at with like 20 to 25,000 cars driving by every day, and like right beside one of the like most prominent businesses in Catawba County, Robinson Builders. Like, oh hey, you know where Robinson Builders is? Like, yeah, I know where. Well, we're right beside them. You're not gonna miss them big red mowers sitting outside. Um, so like just that whole just all those variables lining up, mixed with like delusional faith and like relentless work ethic. It was like, holy shit, this is working great. So, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and act like I did it all on my own. Um, I have a great team. I have a great support group around me. of friends and reps that helped me along the way. Shout out Todd Medlin, obviously, coaching me from beginning to end, from beginning of my life to beginning of my outdoor power equipment industry career to now like being a dealer. It's been really crazy how it's like all kind of like shored up together. And Martin Brown. Shout out, bro. Love you, bro. Uh, and Martin helping along the way. And another one of my buddies, Justin Butcher, who is also a dealer in Atlanta. Two techs, I'll shout him out. Two techs in Atlanta. Um, it, w- we've been very lucky and very blessed. And I just wanted to get on here and kind of give, I guess you would say, a bit of a recap of the year and talk about some goals. So, and just kind of getting a little more long-winded on my recap. I do remember at one point in time that there was multiple conversations with Dad, and he was like, and I don't want to get too into the details of some of these things. About a year ago, a year and a half or so, he's like, "Man, you just need to hold off and you just need to keep doing your job here because you're killing it." And I was killing it as the demo guy. Like I loved that job and it was fun. It was something new every day. I was kind of like an assassin, like go in, sell the mower, on to the next, kill it, drag it home type thing. Um, he's like, man, if you just stick with Ferris, you can have a prolific career and you could probably climb the ladder essentially like he did. He's a regional sales manager. And I was like, bro, no, like I already decided that I'm doing this and I'm doing it. And I'm not gonna stop until I get it done. And he's like, okay, whatever. Like do your thing. And then there's another point in time because we opened in April, I would say probably in February or March, we were still struggling to like find a location. I went through four different locations, whether it was the bank, insurance, or just like a ridiculous amount of money that I would have had to drop into these locations. It was like all fell through every time, and I was just like to the point where it was just like I was about to the point to where I was gonna give up. And I remember another time at one point, Dad was like, "Man, you might just need to hold off. You're you're about to get married, and you're trying to start this business, and you're about to move into a new house, and blah blah." And I was just like, "Dude, I won't say what I actually said, but I was like, screw that. Like the time's now. Like if it ain't now, it's never. And I'm doing it. I don't care if I lose all my money. I just I, like I had just already dialed in on it, and for like a year and a half or 2 years, it's like that's you can ask Martin. Like I talked about it all the time. It's like, bro, I'm gonna do this. I don't care if it's like how the original plan was, or if I have to pivot, and I'm doing it. Like I don't care. And I think there's something to be said about like having like delusional faith and just like relentless. Like I'm going to do this. Um, and I think that if you find something that you want to do and you approach it like that, it's like God's going to help me and He's going to give me the opportunities to do it. I'm going to do it. So, um, I don't really know where I was going with that, but it's been a crazy ride. So we did have a great year. Like I said, we did over 1 million in shipments. We did almost $850,000, like $847,000 in settlements. Settled on 93 mowers. Don't have Shindawa numbers. The Shindawa numbers are not where I want them to be. Um, but that'll come. So we still have not sold a Walker yet, but we just took it on toward the end of the year. So Walker sales will come next year, or this upcoming year. I'll say next year, like it is next year. September 1st is here. It's a new year. The count has started over. Um, so my goal is to do about 1.5 million in shipments at least. And I want to settle for at least 150 mowers. Mm, Bottom lines, those are sold, registered, and paid for. Um, and I did do something else. Now I don't know if you guys saw it. I told that this guy I said something about like how we had sold 42 mowers so far, and I was like, man, can we hit 60 by the end of the year? And he was like, oh, you'll do 80. And I was like, bro, if I do 80, I'll send you $100. Well, we hit the 80, and I made a video like of me, or it was a screen recording of me like sending him the $100, which is pretty cool. And he commented on another one. Here it is. He commented on another one, and he said 200. So. Really low. Look at the mechanic fingers, boy. I was always a sales rep. I remember whenever I worked at the dealership, I was like, my fingers will never look like this. I freaking hate this. And look at me now. That's wild. Um, but he said 200 next year. I said, dude, if we do 200 next year in Ferris and in Walkers, brand new units, $1,000 cash giveaway. And honestly, I might bump that up. We'll see how that goes. But that's the goal. So 1.5 million in shipments. We want to settle for at least 150 mowers, walkers, and Ferris brand new units. And if we hit 200, we'll do $1,000 cash giveaway. So um, yeah, that'd be sweet. But mainly, I'm just like very thankful for the opportunity, like I said, to provide for myself and my family and for my employees. And I'm very thankful for all of the support up until this point, whether I had to call you and you answered a question for me. Whether you came in and bought something, you told somebody that we were open, you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, you you watch it, you like it, you comment on it, you follow us, you reshare it, whatever it is, it's like all of that is like has a compounding effect on the trajectory of the business. And I'm very thankful for all the support up until this point. Um, we have hefty and steep goals, and there's a reason for that. I'm always looking to push the envelope. I've always done that, like whether it's good or bad. Um, whenever I was younger, probably pushing the wrong envelopes, you know what I mean? But uh, we're in the right spot now. So we're gonna keep on pushing and keep on hammering, and that's what we do. We're all in because half men don't cut it. We want to win your business. We have been winning business. Um, we pride ourselves on being nice and helpful and honest. And that's how we're going to win business. And that's how we're going to continue to take care of our team and to continue to grow the business as a whole. So um, we're just thankful and we're ready for next year. And if you guys need anything, you know where to find us. We're in Newton, North Carolina, all in lawn equipment because half end don't cut it.